Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. This week I'm going to be reading only holiday books, and I'm so excited to finally get into the Christmas spirit when it comes to reading. Like, I've decorated my room and now I'm ready to just read a bunch of holiday books because I feel like that is going to be the thing that truly gets me in the Christmas spirit. And I think I also am going to do a couple things for my Christmas bucket list throughout the week. Like, I think I'm going to go to Rockefeller Center and probably a holiday market, do some Christmas baking, and I think it's just gonna be a fun time. So come along with me this week to read some holiday books. I've been wearing this green cardigan and my red one so often because I feel like these are the only things that I have that are Christmassy, and I love them. I feel like they're getting me into the Christmas spirit. So prepare to see this and my red sweater all of December. So this is a second chance romance between these two rivals. It's enemies to lovers too, because they used to date each other and then they broke up for some reason that I obviously don't know yet. And they are going to spend a weekend together because they're both romance writers, and they're going to this award ceremony where he's being awarded something, I don't know, and she has to present the award to him, which is just not good for her because she hates him. They're rivals. They're gonna have to spend an entire weekend together. I'm pretty sure they're gonna get stuck there together, so I'm guessing that's how they're gonna reconnect and fall in love again. This one's really short, so I'm thinking that I'm just gonna sit here and binge this. But yeah, let's start All I Want Is You by Fallon Ballard. Oh, the pages are so decorative. That's so cute. On the second page, it says it's the Monday after Thanksgiving, and Thanksgiving like literally just passed 2 days ago, so that's fun. I feel like I'm reading this exactly at the right time. And she's in Brooklyn. I feel like this is the perfect read for me right now. I love the text between her and her friends because they're both so different. One of them is like so positive and she's just seeing like such a bright side to her reconnecting with her ex-boyfriend, and she's like, she could see the potential for the second chance romance. And then the other friend is just like, no, stay away from him, this is a bad idea. So Alyssa, the positive one, was like, open your heart to love, and Kennedy was like, close your legs to ex-boyfriends. I'm getting through this really quickly and I just really want to know why they broke up. Like, this is the worst part of like a second chance romance where they were together and they broke up, and it's just like, tell me why, what happened? I hope it's a good reason too, because if it's something silly, I'll always feel like I wasted my time. This book is actually so spicy. I kind of felt like, one, it's so short, and two, if they are rivals and they don't even like each other, like how spicy could this book really be? But the thing that's going on is that they're kind of showing us chapters, just a few, not a lot, of like their past Christmases together, because Jess, the female main character, is really obsessed with Christmas and Nick kind of hates it. But he started loving his Christmases with her, and yeah, those like past Christmases are just like spicy chapters, so it's already getting straight to it, and there's a lot of tension between the two of them, definitely. So yeah, this is a lot spicier than I expected it to be. Okay, so 200 pages in, this is going by so fast. And we finally learn why they broke up, because I don't know if I mentioned it, but he was the one that broke up with her and she was kind of like confused, and that's why like she hated him, and one of the friends in the group was like hating on him too. But I find out why they broke up. I don't know, it's kind of like, I get it. There's kind of two different reasons. Like, one, the first reason why he was already kind of second guessing himself and second guessing their relationship was stupid. I was like, if this is it, if this is why they broke up, then I don't even support you guys getting back together. But then there was another reason that he just fully kind of took the step to actually break up with her. And I kind of get it. Like, honestly, I only have like 40 something pages left, so I'm gonna finish this and come back and let you know my thoughts. Okay, so I finished All I Want Is You by Fallon Ballard, and I thought that it was really cute, and it was just short and sweet. I feel like it's the perfect amount of pages, and it did not need to be any longer than this. It's really spicy, so if that's something that you're not into, maybe stay away from this one. If you want that, this is really spicy. I really loved the ending of this. Like, the grand gesture at the end was so nice, and it just came together really nicely. It was cute. Even though I was saying that I don't know, like, one of the reasons that they broke up was kind of crazy, and I was like, I don't know if I could root for you if the reason you broke up isn't like good enough, but I think I get it. And I was definitely rooting for them by the end of this. I would recommend this. I kind of just feel like I wouldn't rate this like too highly, just because even though I'm saying it's a good length, like, nothing was too developed, and it's like pretty cliche and cheesy, and there's nothing wrong with that. I feel like that's what I'm going for with Christmas reads. But yeah, it's not like the best thing in the world, but it's really fun, and it just did what it needed to do. So I think I would give this book 3.25 stars. Yeah, I recommend it if you want something quick, easy, fun, spicy. It definitely gave a lot of holiday vibes when it comes to the flashbacks, and just the main character, Jess, in general. She loves Christmas so much. There was definitely a lot of holiday spirit, and there was definitely a lot of Christmas stuff being mentioned. I kind of feel like when they were trapped in the hotel because of the snowstorm, like, there were parts of it that was kind of more so focused on their books, because they're two romance authors and they're both like stuck. They are, what is it called when an author is stuck? It's called something. Why is the word not coming to me? They're blocked. Yeah, they're blocked. Basically, it means the same thing, but yeah, they're like blocked as writers, and they're kind of like inspiring each other because, you know, they're falling in love again. Or, well, they kind of never really fell out of love, but they're reconnecting. So it's inspiring their writing, and that's a huge part of it. So I would say around that part, it kind of doesn't talk that much about Christmas, but it still is really cozy. They're still at this like hotel in a snowstorm. It's fun. I would recommend it, and I love how quickly I got through it. I think it's great to just like pick this up, be interested, and just read the entire thing, completely binge it. And yeah, I think I'm gonna start my next book now. I have to decide which book that I want to read though. But yeah, 3.25 stars for All I Want Is You. First book down. It's not even 4 p.m. yet, and the sun is already kind of disappearing. So right now we're gonna go over to Rockefeller Center, and by the time we get there, it'll be dark, and we can see the tree, the one tree in all of her glory, all lit up. And I think that will be really fun, considering that I just started Lovelight Farms, that is about a girl who owns a Christmas tree farm. So this is fun, very festive, perfect timing. I only read like one chapter of this, and I really love how it just jumped right into the story. It literally starts the story in the middle of a conversation. I love that. Like, I don't need any background story. Just let's dive in. And what happens is that she is struggling with her Christmas tree farm. Like, it's kind of financially, it's not going well. She needs more money. She needs like advertising and stuff. So she enters this competition with an influencer who could bring her advertising, but also there's a cash prize. And she lied on her application saying that she had a boyfriend, but she doesn't. And she wants to ask her best friend to fake date her so that she could keep up the ruse and win the prize for her Christmas tree farm to try to save it. And so basically we just jump right in the first chapter and already start seeing her struggles with all of that. There was no time wasted. So, but yeah, I'm gonna get ready to go now, and I have to bundle up. I have to put on like 500 layers right now, so. I'm overstimulated. My sister and I are actual doofuses, because tell me why we forgot that the tree goes up on one date and then the actual lighting ceremony is on a completely different date. What I don't understand, and my beef with New York, is why is it so far apart? This tree has been up since literally October. This tree has been up since before Halloween. Before Halloween even happened. I think it was like a day or two before Halloween. And I'm here thinking, yeah, the tree's been up for so long. I'm the only New Yorker that hasn't seen it yet. But the lighting ceremony is happening on Wednesday. I fear I'm just never gonna see it lit up. Listen, I don't think I'm going back. So I saw the empty bare ass tree, but I did see lots of like decorations around Radio City, and that's lovely. And honestly, it was such a nice day because it was so empty. It was probably empty because the tree isn't lit up yet. So you mean to tell me they just have this bare empty tree up for over a month? It's now December. That's crazy. Anyway, it's like December 1st, 2nd? One of those. Depends on if it's after midnight or not. But yeah, so that's what I was like filming. My sister took a little video of me. I don't know if I'm gonna put that in the vlog. My sister took this video of me being so mad. And I asked the lady that was working there, and she was like, oh yeah, that's literally like what they're preparing for, the lighting ceremony. It's on Wednesday. Today's Monday. And I was just like, oh, that's lovely. So now I have no idea if I'm gonna see it, because I don't know if I'm gonna go back. I'm just never like organically in that area. That is an area that I see once a year, and it's around Christmas. I see the tree, then I go about my business. And the thing is, I was planning to go to the Bryant Park Winter Village tomorrow, which is also in that general area, and it's just like, okay, fine, I'll come back and see it tomorrow. But no, it's coming up the next day, and I don't know if I'm seeing it or not. But I'm glad that I got to see all the decorations at Radio City, and like the Fox News place had up a tree that looked really nice. Maybe I'll just be satisfied with that. Or maybe I'll want to do it later in the month. But yeah, that's what went down today. I felt bamboozled, and everyone was walking by like, I don't get it. At least I wasn't the only one. Honestly, I knew that they had this Christmas, this like light ceremony thing, but I kind of just forgot. And I also didn't realize that it was so far away from when the actual tree went up. Anyway, remember when I started this book and I was like, this is the perfect time. I literally started this one because I knew that I was going there to see the tree, and I was like, a Christmas tree farm owner. This is about a girl who is so obsessed with her Christmas tree farm, and I'm gonna go see the nice, big, lovely, iconic tree. I mean, I saw it. I guess I did see it. Just wasn't lit up. I am really enjoying this book so far, though. Like, I'm not usually a big friends to lovers kind of person because sometimes I find it kind of boring. But this is actually really good, and I think it's so sweet, and like the pining. I'm not that far into it though. I'm on chapter 7, page 67. And yeah, I'm just loving everything so far. All of the descriptions of like Christmassy stuff, I absolutely love it. The small town, everything it's just giving what it needs to give. Christmas romance books could just sometimes be so corny, and this one doesn't feel that way. It just feels like a normal romance book that's taking place around the Christmas time and has to do with a Christmas tree farm. So that's why it's like on theme, but it's not the typical level of cheesiness. You know what I mean? Does that make any sense? I hope I do. If I don't, I'm sorry. I got an advent calendar and I'm pretty late to this, but I'm not gonna eat chocolate right now because I'm getting ready for bed. But I've missed, when I'm doing this, I'm gonna be doing day 3, I think. I really should check the date. I never know what day it is. But yeah, I gotta do a couple days. Or maybe I'll just save the days that I missed for actual Christmas. Because it's kind of crazy that I get 24 days of chocolate and then Christmas comes and I don't have any chocolate. So I'll just save the missed days for the 25th. Yesterday at McNally Jackson's, I saw the rest of this series, and I could definitely see myself continuing this series because I've already been introduced to like some of the friends. I'm pretty sure the next book is about Layla, and the book after that is about Beckett, the 2 friends in this book, and I love them so far, and I love their involvement in this first book. You could just feel the small town, the community, the found family, and I love that part. So I could see myself continuing this series. I feel like we've also gotten some crumbs of like Layla's situation right now and what's gonna happen in the next book. So I'm curious about that. But anyway, I am halfway through now, or maybe a little bit over halfway, and I feel like we've gotten this like huge tension filled moment, and it honestly kind of caught me off guard, but we're halfway through, so like that should be happening, right? It's not too soon. It's just, I don't know, it just caught me off guard. It's going well, and I once again feel like I'm reading this at a perfect time because they're going to a Thanksgiving dinner, and Thanksgiving just passed, and then I'm guessing it's gonna go into Christmas. The only thing that's like interesting about this is that the whole basis of this story is that they're trying to impress this social media influencer so she could help them to promote the farm and win the contest or whatever and whatnot, what I've explained before. But the influencer isn't even there yet. Like, we're halfway through and she hasn't even arrived to visit the town yet. So I feel like that part's kind of interesting, like how much of this book is she actually gonna be in. But anyway, yeah, I'm just gonna continue reading today, and I'll probably finish it and tell you my full thoughts. I was gonna go to the Winter Village today, but I think I'm gonna go tomorrow instead, and then maybe I could also just go see the tree all lit up. I don't know, depends on what I'm feeling. I'll take you along with me anyway. Oh, I know one thing that I wanted to talk about yesterday. I think I asked about Jasmine Guillory, her books. I think I asked about her books in the last video because I was in McNally Jackson in one of my last videos, and I'm just so intrigued by her books. If you've read any books by Jasmine Guillory, please let me know if you like them. Also, I want to know if you have to read them in order, because I just thought she had a lot of books, like a lot of standalones, but literally all of her books are a part of a series. There's like 6 books in a series, and the one that I saw that I was most interested in. I think it's the 6th book in a series, so I don't know if they're interconnected and I have to read all of them in order or what. Like, I'm down to read it in order though. I know the first one is the wedding date, I think, and then I think the second one is the proposal. I don't know the order from there, but I think the last one that I was like intrigued by is like last in the series. I think it's something to do with a woman dating a presidential candidate. No, it's like a senator or something. I was interested in it because it was giving me Scandal vibes. But yeah, I need to know, can I read them out of order? Do I have to read them in order? Do I have to read 5 books to get to that one? If you know anything about that, please comment down below and tell me. But yeah, I'm gonna continue reading this. Oh, we should do the advent calendar. One sec. I literally had to check what date it was before I came back. Anyway, it's December 3rd. I will never understand why these things are not in order. Maybe it's fun for kids to like find the number, because I'm pretty sure these are for kids. I see 2, I see 1. Oh, here's 3. It's a Christmas tree. Cute. I don't think I mentioned that yesterday when I had the hot chocolate, the mini one, the reason why I got that really tiny cup of hot chocolate is because that was actually my first time ever having hot chocolate. I feel like I am saying it's my first time doing so many things here. Like, for example, I still have not ever been to a pumpkin patch. I was supposed to go to one for the first time this year. It didn't happen, unfortunately. But I just didn't live here all my life, and things are different back home. But yeah, had hot chocolate for the first time ever. I've never needed hot chocolate before. I've always lived in a place that barely even gets to 70 degrees. Like, it's never cold. So hot chocolate, perfect for this weather. And now I'm gonna want one like literally every day until it gets warm again. The one that I had was really like thick, and it kind of tasted on the darker side. Like, it was kind of like dark chocolate instead of a milky chocolate taste, and I really liked it. I would rate that like 9 out of 10. It was my first one ever, and so I'm just leaving space for it to go up from there. But seriously, it was great. Honestly, 10 out of 10. Let's just say it was 10 out of 10. Anyway, I'm gonna continue reading and I will update you. I can make my matcha the same exact way every day, but it would still always one day just taste absolutely nasty. It's just randomly disgusting on some days. And I don't know if it's just me being tired of matcha or what, but I didn't do anything different. It's nasty. I'm gonna drink it anyway though. Ew. At least my little cup is cute and festive, and it matches my sweater. Good morning. So it's the next day and I finished this yesterday. I kind of was feeling a little sick. Not sick, but like my stomach hurt a lot, so I didn't really do any updates or anything. When I'm not feeling too well, the best thing to do is just sit and read. So I finished this, and I'm so surprised by how much I loved it. Like, I didn't expect to love it as much as I did. I don't go into any of these holiday books with too many expectations because I just expect them to be fun little palette cleansers, but I am actually so excited to continue this series, and I feel like it's kind of a bad thing that this series starts with a Christmas book, because I've known about this series for so long and the books have been slowly coming out. People have been reading them and people have been loving them, and I'm just like, well, I can't start the series because I don't want to start at the second book, and I also don't want to read a Christmas book. So that is this author's downfall, honestly. But it's so good. I love the small town so much, all of the established friendships. I think the last thing that I updated and I said was the fact that the influencer, it was at around 50%. I said that the influencer wasn't even in the town yet. I was thinking that it just felt like, if she's not even here yet, why are you guys fake dating? Like, this is just real dating at this point. And she still didn't come in until like 75% into the book. So, and when she did come, she just felt like so irrelevant. I don't know. Honestly, if you are big on the whole competition thing, or if that's like a big part of it that you wanted to read about, you might be disappointed with this one, because seriously, that wasn't the biggest focus. There was this like slight mystery aspect to the book, because someone was like sabotaging her Christmas farm. They were doing lots of different little things and breaking her security camera, just little things that was sabotaging her and costing her money, and it was like this little mystery. They had to figure it out. So that part was interesting too. It was very small too. The major part was the fact that these two friends have been in love with each other for years, and they're kind of figuring that out. Something like gave them the push, this like competition gave them the push, and now they're figuring it out. So it's not too focused on the competition, which I found kind of interesting, but I loved it so much anyway. I love how it was written, and this book was honestly pretty spicy too, but I don't know, the spice scenes were written in a different way. Like, they just weren't as vulgar. You know, sometimes when spice scenes in books are written in such a vulgar way, I feel like this one wasn't that. Everything just felt so delicate. Like, the language just felt, it didn't feel raunchy. I don't know if I'm explaining that well enough, but I did really enjoy this book. And I'm not a big friends to lovers person, and this was really cute to me. Honestly, I feel like Thanksgiving plays a bigger part in this book than Christmas does. Like, this is a very mild Christmas book. When it comes to how much Christmas spirit it's gonna give, this one's pretty mild. Like, it's a Christmas tree farm, and obviously there are bits of it that talks about how obsessed, well, not obsessed, she honestly just loves like this Christmas tree farm, and there are lots of descriptions in there that would kind of give you the Christmas feeling, but the actual setting is like Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving plays a big part in it, and I can't explain that because it's kind of a spoiler. You should go into it and read it and see why Thanksgiving plays a part in it. But following off that, like the family aspect of it, I loved learning about her relationship with her mother. It was interesting to learn her relationship with her father and her stepbrother, which I think her stepbrother is gonna get a book, and I can't wait for that. And also the female main character, Stella, her relationship with the male main character's mom, Luca. Like, they're just one cozy, happy family in that town, and everyone just looks out for each other. I absolutely love that part of the book, and that's something that's making me so excited to continue the series. And I think the social media influencer, she was like placed there to continue on with the series. So even though she wasn't a huge part of this book, I'm so excited to continue the series and learn more about her. There's this part, this isn't a spoiler at all, but there was a part where Luca was kind of upset that Stella didn't tell him something, and they were like, they weren't really arguing, but they were having a serious conversation, and he like held her and they started slow dancing, and she's like, why are we slow dancing? And he said that his dad used to do that with his mom because he wanted to keep her close, like when they were having serious conversations or important big conversations, or even when they were arguing. And then he like made a joke and said that I think he just wanted to restrain her. But this just gave such good feelings. Like, just reading that, I was like giggling. It's very cute, and I feel like I haven't read a true rom-com in a minute. The last book was a rom-com, but sometimes, I don't know, sometimes the spice like takes over, or sometimes seriousness takes over, and this one kept it very light, even though they both had some serious things going on that they were going through, and like their parental relationships. It was great at being serious but also keeping it light, if that makes any sense. Anyway, I loved it, clearly. I gave it 4.5 stars, and I can't wait to continue this series. Literally looked up the other books on Amazon. I'm excited to read Beck's book. I'm excited to read about Layla. This town is my new favorite town. Anyway, so today I'm gonna go to it's this place called, I forgot what it's called, but it's like a coffee shop that is also a bookstore, and they have like lots of seating in there, and also at night it becomes like a wine bar. It's like everything in one. I did say I wanted to go to one of those places. I mean, this early I wanted to go for the actual wine part and read my book, have a glass of wine, but I do kind of just want to leave my apartment in the daytime because I have beef with my apartment. But anyway, yeah, I want to just get out of the house and read somewhere else. So yeah, it'll be a coffee shop when I go, and I'll probably just have a hot coffee or something, or a hot matcha. I don't know, depends. I don't really like hot drinks, but with how cold it is outside, I think I could do well with a hot drink right now. Also, the Pleasing pop-up shop is really close to that. I might go there first and just see what it's about, because I am not planning to buy anything yet anyway. I really do want to go in, browse, see what they've got, see the prices. I know the prices are gonna be crazy, and then maybe I'll go back and shop at another time. But yeah, that's the plan for today. Just gonna read, really. We're basically reading a coffee shop, so thinking about the 500 layers of clothes that I'm gonna have to put on right now. I miss summer. Actually, no, that's a lie. I hated summer too. I miss fall. I absolutely love this place. I feel like I've been searching for a place that I could go to in the winter when I just want to sit and read. Like, sometimes cafes can get too busy and crowded, and that place was like absolutely perfect. I went at around like noon. No, I went there after like 1 p.m. and I stayed there up until 4 p.m., which is when they closed for a little bit to like turn the room into like a dark and like moody lighting for the dinner time, and it turns into the actual wine bar after 4 p.m. or 5 p.m., whatever it is. But anyway, I just left because it was gonna get dark anyway, and I wanted to come home and eat and whatnot. The drinks are pretty expensive though. The drink that I had was a cinnamon maple chai, and it was so good, and it was like it was a really fat cup. So I would totally go back there. I love it. I feel like that's gonna be my new third place, and that one drink was like 9 something, kind of crazy. But then when I went into the actual area with the seating and stuff, that's another thing about cafes. Sometimes the seats are so uncomfortable. I think they do it on purpose. They don't want you to stay too long. They want turn around, but those seats there are so comfortable, and I just felt so safe there. It's rare to feel safe in New York. And I literally left my bags there just all the time to get up to go get something else from the counter when I wanted to ask the woman for a pen, when I wanted to browse the books, when I went to the bathroom, like literally just left all my things there. Felt so safe to do that, and it was great. It's just so cozy in there, and I really have to go back one time for the wine bar part of it, but I feel like anytime I have a day off, I'm gonna want to go there in the daytime and just kind of spend the entire day there reading, being amongst books, being with people who love books and reading too. Speaking of people who love books and reading too, I was literally taking footage of the place because it was my first time there. Wanted to get some clips for the vlog, and then I looked down to go to see if like my footage looked good, and I literally saw Eden in my video. Look up, she's like sitting right there. If you don't know who Eden is, I'll put it on the screen. I told her I loved her videos, and that was it. Anyway, while I was there and I was just enjoying the atmosphere so much and just enjoying that place in general, I was like, I need to buy a book. And I know that I said that I wasn't buying any more books for the rest of the year, but I don't know, I just really wanted to support that place, even though I bought a $9 chai. I still wanted to support the place anyway, and so I bought a book that is on my TBR anyway, like my mental TBR. I definitely wanted to continue this series. It's Us Against You by Frederick Backman. I literally walked around and thought, I want to buy a book, so I don't know what I'm gonna get. And I also had Notes on an Execution. I had the two of them. They were both purple, which was interesting. I was trying to decide which one to get, and that one sounds so interesting too, but I decided to get this because I love Beartown. It's like one of my favorite books, one of my top books of the year, and I read that book I think in January or February. I read it very early into the year, and it's probably one of my most annotated books ever. Literally underlined so much, and so I knew I wanted to continue this series. I knew I wanted to do it this upcoming winter, so it's like, this is the perfect time to get it. And the lady, she was like, do you want it embossed? Like, yeah, that's what it is. I think I filmed this too, and I was like, of course. Like, they embossed the title page for you to say that you got it from here, and I just think that that's so cute. And obviously a little bookmark. I love that place. I will be back, and you will probably see that place a lot in my vlogs from now on. Honestly, any free day I have, that's where I'm going. That's my new third place. I didn't get too much into the Christmas Orphans Club because I was very fascinated by the place. First time there, was having my little drink. I was browsing the books, looking around, just having a nice peaceful time. So I didn't get too much reading done, but I'm a couple chapters in. Literally just that much. The chapters are really short, but basically this book is about these two friends who, Hannah and Finn, they met one day on Christmas, and the reason, like on campus, on a college campus, the reason that they met each other is because they're both like, well, Hannah's an orphan, both her parents died, and then Finn, his dad disowned him. He has a complicated relationship with his mother, and so they came together and just had a fun Christmas adventure, and since then they've been spending Christmas together every year, and it's become like the Christmas Orphans Club because all of their other friends has like family stuff to do, and they're always alone on Christmas. So that's how this comes about. And then there's an addition of two other people. Priya, I think, is Hannah's new roommate, so she's one of the friends, but also Theo is someone that is going to be romantically involved with Finn, and that's been cute to like read about so far. But I think something's happening. They're like, right now what's happening in the book is that it's showing us their past Christmases, and I'm pretty sure it's gonna lead up to like the Christmas now, current Christmas in this book, because I think Finn is moving away. When I get more into it, I will continue updating and letting you know. I was also considering reading My December Darling. Like, I was gonna start it. I read like one page, but I decided to go with this one instead, and that's because I saw a lot of people saying that it's not that Christmassy, and I was like, okay, I'll read that one later, and if anything I could even read it in January or something. But I wanted to read one, things from my physical TBR, and two, something that was more Christmassy. I think that's all I have to say about my day. Oh, I think earlier, this feels like ages ago, I went into the Pleasing pop-up, and it was so awkward because I was literally the only person in there that was a customer. Literally everyone else in there, they were all workers. The security guard, there was one guy by the door, two guys by the cash register, and one guy was just sitting in the back by the dressing rooms on his phone. 5 people in there, plus me, and I just felt so uncomfortable. And they were very nice, they were very kind. They was just like, let me know if you have any questions. All of them, because there's no one else to help in the store. And it was just like, thanks. And I also knew that I wasn't buying anything either, so I'm like, should I just leave? Should I just not waste your time? But I got sample, I don't know where they are, maybe in my bag, but I like sprayed the perfume. I like 2 of them. The newest one only comes in one size though, which is the bigger, more expensive one. And I don't need a huge size. I don't need a huge bottle of perfume, honestly. Like, I'm good with the smaller one, so I think I would get that one. That's the one with the pink top. Those 2 smell really good. The others, the blue one, the red one, they smell really bad. I'm sorry. I hate those scents so much. And I knew that since last year, but I decided to give them another chance. I don't know why. But yeah, everything else in there are some cute sweaters, cute tops. They're just not very affordable for me anyway. The little cap is really cute. That's affordable. Socks, the socks are affordable. The pink sweater that I saw, that's so cute. I think it's like $250 or $280 or something. I'm not gonna do that. And then the striped shirt, I love those shirts right now. That one's $128. Also not gonna spend $128 on a shirt. The perfumes are $75 and $135. Like, I think that's more worth it. I would do that. Yeah, interesting place. It was really cute in there as usual. I can't believe how empty it was. I will go back when I actually do feel like buying something. And I stopped into Longchamp just because I wanted to see if they had the burgundy one in stock, because they've been out of stock everywhere online, and it was like a seasonal thing apparently. So I wanted to see if they had in a store. They didn't. She told me it was a seasonal thing. I just said that. I'm sorry, my mind's racing. But I want to see what other colors they had too. And they have like 2 different shades of brown that's so cute. The black one, like the all black one's really cute too. My issue is that I wear more black. Like, I need more black accessories for the winter, but I wear like more brown throughout the rest of the year. So like, it's winter now, but am I gonna regret buying an all black one? Because I do a lot of brown from spring to fall. It's something that I need to sit and think about. Also, do I even really need a pouch that's so tiny when I'm a book girly? Like, where am I gonna use that when it can't fit my books and my Kindle? I don't know. Yeah, that's a recap of my day. I think tonight I'm gonna bake some Christmas cookies. I have Christmas cookies, the one, like the iconic ones that everyone talks about every year, that I've never tried them before. They're just sugar cookies, right? Like, should be good, but I've actually never had them. It's so interesting to me how tiny they are, and every time people bake them, they never expand, which, weird. Also, they said that on the thing it says you can eat the dough. You could eat the raw dough, so I will be eating some of the raw dough because I'm gonna shut up now. You guys, Spotify Wrapped is out. Also, I tried the cookies off camera. I'm sorry. I tried it without you. They're good. They're like sugar cookies. But everything kind of makes my stomach hurt when I'm on my period, so my stomach does hurt a little bit. Probably shouldn't have eaten the raw cookie dough, even though they said it was safe. My stomach just doesn't agree with anything. Anyway, Spotify Wrapped is out, and I feel like this year is the most accurate my Spotify Wrapped has ever been. I feel like every year before this, I'm always like, something isn't right here. Like, how did you make it to the list? There's always one outlier. Like, who are you? I've listened to you maybe 3 times all year and you're on the list. How? But it's really, really accurate this year. And I think I saw a little thing that said this is the first year it's done with AI. Listen, I don't support AI stuff, but like, for my Spotify Wrapped, I'm gonna have to leave it alone. Like, I have to give credit where credit is due, because every year I'm always like, let's see what lies they're telling. My top songs: number 1, Risk by Gracie Abrams. I expected that. When that dropped, I think it dropped in May, I could not stop listening to it, and it just never stopped. And the thing about how I listen to it too is that it would come on shuffle or come on a playlist or something, and then I would press the button with the little one, the loop button with the one, to make sure it just plays and plays over and over again. And I would realize that I'm sitting there doing whatever I'm doing, or maybe I'm in the gym or washing the dishes or something with my headphones on, and I would realize that I've listened to this song on repeat for like 45 minutes straight. So yeah, no surprise there. And I love that song. I stick by it. It's probably my favorite song of 2024. So I'm telling you, the most accurate my Spotify Wrapped has ever been. The second one is Tourniquet by Zach Bryan. Now, I know recently Zach Bryan has been in some sort of scandal. Like, it's kind of been exposed that he's just a crazy person. I don't know anything about it, and unfortunately I did stream him all year long. I don't agree with any of his actions, but I do love the song Tourniquet. It's probably one of my favorite songs ever, and some of my favorite lyrics are in that song. The part that says, "If you need a tourniquet, or if you want to turn and quit, just know that I'll be by your side. You bled your whole soul into things you can't control in a world you'll never satisfy." It's just like, I love those lyrics a lot. Like, how did such an evil man write those lyrics? It's not right. And I just need to say, my 6th on the list is Disturbia by Rihanna. I feel like that's so funny because that song has been out for literal years. That song is like from the early 2000s. And I was listening to that on repeat all year long, like especially at the beginning of the year. I feel like that's why it's not as high, because coming towards the end I kind of slowed down on it. Every time I'm in the gym, it's on repeat, and I don't know, it's literally one of the best songs of all time. I feel like that just goes to show how iconic Rihanna is, because like literally all of this newer music, and then there's just Rihanna's old song on there. She needs to come back. She needs to come back to music, because I miss her music so much. Comment down below who is your top artist of the year. Tell me what's on your Spotify Wrapped. Maybe I can get out of my comfort zone when it comes to music and listen to some of your music too. I feel like this was a very random segment. We talk about books here, but I just wanted to talk about my Spotify Wrapped, because usually I would post it on Instagram and I talk about it on Instagram with everyone that I follow, and like I would reply to their stories when they post theirs and all that, and that's how I talk about it. But after someone used my picture and my name to create a fake account and like followed all of my friends and started asking them for money, after someone did that on Instagram, I'm kind of scarred from Instagram. I locked my profile, and so I'm private on Instagram, and then I deleted the app. I don't know when I'm going back for right now. I'm just not on Instagram because that situation was very annoying. I did post on the community tab to go and report it, and if any of you did it, thank you so much, because I think the account is gone now. My sister says she can't see it, but you know what? That person could have just blocked my sister, so I don't know if it's still there or not. But I'm scared of Instagram right now. I'm just... So yeah, I'm talking about it with you guys. Let me know what's on your Spotify Wraps. Okay, so after reading some more, here's what I know so far. These people are pretty codependent. Actually, it's mostly just Hannah, one of the main characters, because like it's the two main characters are like Hannah and Finn, and they are the ones that the stories start out with. They're the ones that like met on the college campus and started doing this like Christmas thing, like friendship wise, no family. And then the other two, Priya and Theo, came along afterwards. So Hannah's just very, yeah, as I said, codependent. But the thing is, Finn, there's been flashbacks so far, and I think they're gonna continue for all of the past Christmases they had. and Finn was kind of the same way. He said this thing about how he feels blindsided when friends mention going on family vacations or having 2 birthday parties, one with friends and another with family, even now that they're like in their 20s, which obviously isn't normal. And he says it's a reminder that they're part of a set while I'm a lone Lego piece. I thought that was so sad. Anyway, yeah, but I think I already said that Finn is moving to LA for a job, and like this is gonna be their last Christmas together, like the current one. But the thing about this, what we're learning, is that they apparently stopped talking to each other for a year in the past or something, and we don't know why. Obviously, I don't know why yet. I have to continue on reading, so I'm guessing like as the flashbacks continue, we're gonna find out what happened whatever Christmas that time ago and why they stopped speaking. It's really cool that it's set in New York because there's so many recognizable things. They're currently at Rolf's catching up. Hannah's the one that's like, okay, so this is gonna be our last Christmas together. It has to be a really special one or whatever. And everyone else at the table is like, oh, we're still doing that. You could tell that Hannah's really the one that's gonna be the most bothered by the group kind of separating, and she seems to can't grow out of it, which, can you blame her? She lost both her parents at such a young age. So yeah, I'm gonna continue reading and I'll probably update tomorrow. I'm probably just gonna read and go to sleep. I just got off the phone from making a Christmas reservation for dinner, and I'm guessing the man that was taking my reservation didn't celebrate Christmas, and he literally didn't even know what it was. I was like, hey, can I get a reservation for Christmas Day? Like, are you guys booked up or anything? And he was like, oh no, wait, when is that again? Is it 26th? And we were like both just dying laughing. I know that everyone doesn't celebrate, but I think it was just so funny that he didn't even know what it is. Another thing that was weird about that reservation is I've eaten at that place before, but I've never called in to make a reservation or anything like that. And as soon as I gave him the number, he was like, Bria? And I was like, yeah? Like, how do you know that? I've never called in to make a reservation before. But I guess everywhere just has our information lately, which is kind of terrifying. Anyway, I finished the Christmas Orphans Club, and I really enjoyed this. Like, I'm surprised at how much I'm enjoying these Christmas books. I'm not gonna lie to you. I feel like Christmas books don't have a great reputation, and I feel like maybe I'm the odd one out. I'm the one that actually really enjoys Christmas books. What I love about this book is that they all have such different personalities, so I feel like there was never a moment of being bored, because they all had so much going on, and I loved reading about the friend group and also reading about Hannah's partner David. The whole dynamic I did really enjoy. I remember saying in my last update that they didn't speak for a year and we don't know why, so we like go through the books and go back to the past Christmases trying to figure out why they didn't speak for a whole year, and I kind of figured out pretty easily. It doesn't tell you until like one of the last couple chapters, but I figured it out pretty easily. But the actual chapter where they had the argument, I was still like, wow, because I didn't think it would be that intense. I don't think that this book was like trying to be a mystery, so I wasn't mad that I figured it out so easily. Like, there were very obvious big hints there. It's kind of just more so like it was telling you what's to come. The actual argument itself was like the thing that shocked me. Like, you guys are supposed to be friends. This argument's still too intense for what happened. Well, they have a right to be mad, but still, the argument was just dense. I felt like they were going in on each other, and then not talking for an entire year also just felt crazy. Like, just sit down and talk about it. As I was reading this, I remember thinking that people would potentially really hate Hannah, because Hannah is the main character who lost both her parents when she was a teenager, and it really does affect her a lot. It shows that it's affected her throughout her entire life, throughout her teenage and adult years, and it's definitely the reason why she is the way that she is. But the way that she acts sometimes just isn't normal. I feel like I just spent so much time reading this and telling myself, like, she's this way because she's an orphan, like she's this way because she lost both her parents. Like I would probably be like this or even worse. And so I just had to like keep telling myself that. But I know a lot of people probably won't feel the same way. They're still gonna hate her anyway. And that was proven because after I went on Goodreads to like say that I finished this book, I saw so many people rating this low, and the only reason is I hate Hannah. And it's just like, yeah, I totally get it. That made me think though, I feel like female main characters in books, people don't give them any grace. And when it comes to a male main character with a bad attitude and bad behaviors, and you're like, you're an adult man, like why are you acting like this? People give them so much more grace, and it's just like, those men have been through less, and everyone's like, oh, he's just broody, he's mysterious. And she literally like lost both her parents. Everyone's like, I hate her, 2 stars, I hate her, 1 star. I think once you like understand that people who've been through things like that are probably not gonna be perfect, it's easier to like get past. But other than that too, like ignoring the fact that she was batshit sometimes, this is still a really good book, and all of their friendship moments and dynamic, like I love that it was very focused on the friendships and the family aspect of it, because we go through lots of what Finn goes through with his family, and just kind of seeing how Theo deals with his family too. Like so much of the family aspect of it was focused on, and I love that. I love that the romance was just more so the subplot, even though the romance bits were also really cute too. So I think it just had everything that I could have wanted, and lots of Christmas vibes. And again, it's set in New York too, so I felt like I was really in it. I decided to rate this book 4.75 stars, and the deduction is 1 for the fact that Hannah's crazy. Like I wouldn't go as far to just rate it a whole 1 star because Hannah's crazy, but it definitely deserves a little deduction because she was frustrating sometimes. And the other thing I'm deducting for is the fact that, so when they're showing the past Christmases, it doesn't go in order. It's not like, okay, Christmas 2008 and then Christmas 2009 and then like leading up to the fight. It literally goes so out of order. Like one time it would say Christmas 2017, and then the next time it would say Christmas 2014. And it was still really fun to see the memories and see everything that they did in the past and everything that went down. But it was still kind of just like, just go in order. A little bit better organization would have helped me. Sometimes I'm like reading a chapter, I'm like, wait, I have to like go back to the title page, like what Christmas was this? So yeah, that's something that I'm taking a little bit off for, but I actually really enjoyed this, and I would recommend this if you're looking for a Christmas book that isn't, it's gonna have a little bit of romance, but it's not too focused on the romance, and it's just, it was wholesome to me. All the bits about friendship, family, I loved it. I really did enjoy this, and I'm recommending it. I honestly had so much fun filming this reading vlog. I feel like themed reading vlogs, this was the most fun I've ever had, because I don't know, this one just feels like the most I was in it, because Christmas, these two were set in New York. She literally lived in Brooklyn, and yeah, this one, they were in Manhattan, but they were going to so many spots that I know of, and I just feel like I literally could have gotten up, went to all these places, read the book, and just felt like I was there with them. I just feel like I'm in a very festive place when it comes to Christmas books, because I remember doing like summer reading vlogs, and as much as I did enjoy those books and like I was feeling summer because it was really hot outside, like all these books were set on beaches and stuff like that, and I was like literally looking out the window to brownstone buildings. So I definitely didn't feel it as much. And then I feel like for fall, it's the opposite. Like New York's really festive for fall, but the books that I read weren't exactly festive. Like I kind of just read a bunch of random things. Like nothing was saying pumpkin spice and the leaves are changed. Like nothing was saying anything like that. So the books weren't festive, but New York was festive. And this time I feel like Christmas was really the best of both worlds. Like I go outside and it's so festive, and everything in these books are giving me the festive feeling too. And yeah, this is such a fun reading vlog, and I think I want to do a Christmas reading vlog again, because I have 3 more books on my Christmas TBR, 1 on my physical TBR and 2 on my Kindle. I would love to get through them. I would love, also, we didn't go to Rockefeller. Well, we did, but we didn't see it lit up, and it's finally lit up. So maybe when I do that, I wouldn't do it next week. I think next week I want to do a video finishing my 2024 TBR. And then the week after that, I'll finish up reading Christmas books and I could go to more iconic Christmas places in New York. Anyway, just to recap, All I Want Is You by Fallon Ballard. I feel like this is a very typical Christmas book. I feel like when people talk about Christmas books, this is what I imagine. Like, short, a spicy book, really just focused on the romance. And yeah, it was fun, it was cute. I feel like it's nothing life-changing. 3.5 stars. And then I read Lovelight Farms. I'm pretty late to this one. I feel like everyone already knows. Lovelight Farms by B.K. Borison. I absolutely enjoyed this book. It was very cute. The friends to lovers thing, I usually don't enjoy friends to lovers. And I definitely would recommend this one if you haven't yet. The small town vibe is so cute. And also, like, pick this one up now so you're not like me in the middle of the year wanting to read that series and you're like, well, I can't start it because it's a Christmas book. I'm so happy that I got to this one now so I can continue on the series because I'm so excited to continue it. And I rated this one 4.5 stars, and I just realized that it only went up from here. Like, I read this in the perfect order because, as I said, the Christmas Orphans Club, 4.75 stars. I definitely will pick this one up just for like a different vibe. I recommend these two a lot. And you know, you've seen my reaction to this one. Pick it up if you want, but these two, definitely go read them. If you've read any of these books, please let me know what you thought of them and let me know what you're planning to read over the holidays. I would love to know. And if you enjoyed this video, please give it a like and subscribe for more, and I will see you soon. Bye. I did the Advent without you yesterday, but it's okay because I could not for the life of me figure out what the shape was. It kind of looked like a kitten, which I don't really get. What does a kitten have to do with Christmas? But anyway, let's do one for today. Oh, it's a Christmas present. It's like shaped kind of weird, but it's a Christmas present. Yay.